Welcome to day 30. I know that was a little cheesy intro, but it is true. I'm so excited that I have made it to day 30, that you have made it to day 30, and we, which is the most important thing, have made it to day 30. It's been quite an experience. I know I have grown so much in these 30 days. I suspect that you have too. And as we close this 30-day inspirational series, life-changing series for you, I've been thinking about one thing today that could really be a great thing that could help you lean into the next steps in your life, on your journey and everything. It's a couple of concepts. One concept is going to be the, hey, I want to make you think, and then, or I want to invite you to think. How about that? And then another concept is going to be, okay, here's an action step. So the make you think part is, if you haven't already started, pay attention to what happens when opportunities come up and why you say no. And this is kind of a two-part thing. So let's say you are looking for answers for something on this thing, an opportunity pops up and you say no. And you say no because you're busy, or because you don't know, or because you're scared, or because of money, or because of kids, or because of schedule. I don't know what it is, but there's probably a reason that pops up for you over and over and over that you keep using, possibly as a crutch, that's keeping you from breaking through and leaning in. So whatever it is, I invite you to think about that and explore and see what could potentially be holding you back. Like for me, I've been thinking a lot about this. For me, like, money comes up a lot, and I think, oh, I don't know, I don't have enough money, and what about this and what about that, and and I get really tight when it comes to money pretty often. And I've been exploring this and saying, okay, what is this? What am I afraid of? What am I really afraid of? And I'll tell you a little bit about my story is, I get anxious about the future with money. And I think like, oh my God, what if I don't have money? What if we don't have money to do this and that? What if it doesn't work out? What if we don't have anywhere to stay? I think about those things. And today I realized, wow, what is this masking? This is like a fear of the future, and it has yet to happen. So why on earth would I want to manifest this by talking about it and putting a lot of emphasis and energy into it? Because really, ultimately, that's continuing to create this as my reality, as my future. And then the other thing I realized is that in some ways it's like keeping me safe. It's keeping me stuck. It's keeping me out of flow. It's keeping me, this is what happened for me as I was really thinking about this and really leaning in. And I understand it's important for us to be, conscious and intentional with our investments and our money and all that. But like I said, it's like the same thing comes up over and over when I think about this thing. So I'm like, I say the same things. I feel the same tightness in my body. I feel the same anxiety. And I really have to check myself and say, okay, the things that I'm teaching, the things that I'm talking about, it applies here too. So just like you, I'm practicing. I'm going through these things. I'm learning. I'm growing. Just like you. And Jay and I were talking about this today. I was like, man, sometimes it can be frustrating when you put yourself out there like this and you're sharing and you're inspiring and you're teaching and you're whatever it is. And you're like, wow, I'm not really doing the things I talk about, or I do it in this aspect of my life, but not this one. And he's, yo, I'm a wellness professional and I do the same thing. So, that's another side note. Like, what standards are you holding yourself up to that are really unrealistic, that are hurting you ultimately? Because if I keep thinking that I have to show up a certain way, or I have to have it all together in order to show up here for you, guess where that keeps me? It keeps me stuck and hidden. It keeps me fearful of what people will say. It keeps me fearful of judgment. It keeps me just staying on this thing. So let me transition into another aspect that I wanted to bring on the final day of this inspirational series. This is like a twofold. This is another pay attention and then a suggestion to take action. So another thing is, like, if something keeps coming up for you, like you got a little intuitive nudge or a knowing, or the same key thing, like it's like if you think about what's next for you in your life, and you think about, okay, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next in order to break through this, right? And if this same idea or a couple of ideas keep coming up and you're like, yeah, but I don't know, yeah, but I don't know. And you keep kind of like forcing them down. What if you leaned in and actually did that thing? And I don't remember if I told this story. I honestly don't remember if I told this story yet on this series, but I had been thinking about doing some kind of a video challenge for probably a month or so prior, and it kept coming up. And I kept looking for someone to tell me to do it, for someone to have a challenge that I could join for accountability, or for, like, I was looking for someone else to hold me accountable. And I get it, sometimes we need that. But for me, my path and my journey where I'm at, it's for me to listen to my intuition and for me to hold myself accountable. And that goes beyond like some hardcore, oh my God, beat myself up because I didn't, no, I'm not talking about the hardcore stuff. I'm talking about like you showing up truly authentically for you. When I think about the hardcore stuff, I think about, I used to do like Insanity P90X, and it used to be super hardcore, and like if you don't do the 30 days or the 60 days and you skip one, you gotta start all over, or like something, oh, it stresses me out thinking about it. No, I'm talking about like when you show up for yourself and it comes from a different place, it comes from your heart, it comes from like a different desire. That's how it was for me, and it's possibly how it is for you. And so I kept getting that like nudge, like show up and do videos, show up and do videos, show up and do videos. Well, funny enough, I kept looking for someone to tell me, someone to like say, Jenny, do videos, or someone to have a challenge or buy someone's program or some shit. And I was like, no, I need to show up for me. Okay, so maybe there's something like that for you. So this is where the action suggestion is. Another thing that's been showing up for me is leaning in to areas of my life that are really uncomfortable or that scare me. And it's been coming up a couple of times to do this on a frequency, maybe weekly, okay? And so I've been thinking about it, and then we had a call with our mental health therapist, and I was like trying to get her to suggest it so that she could hold me accountable. And today I realized, like, there it is again. There's another opportunity for me to lean in. And so here's like the like to send you off on your way. What if you, I don't care what you call it, this was just some cute name that I thought of that came to me before I went to bed, was like a rut busting challenge. Like, what if you decided that, you know what, once a week, once a month, and once every other week, don't make it too far out, but once a week sounds like a good rhythm. What if once a week you lean into something that is super uncomfortable for you? So maybe it's trying a new activity. Maybe it's going out to eat alone. Maybe it's going to the movies alone. Maybe it's going and meeting new people. Maybe it's some of the things that really kind of like scare you, you know? I don't know. I got some things, and I'm gonna actually work on this. I'm gonna pull these out. So what if you do that? Because honestly, yesterday's video was talking about getting stuck and how to get unstuck. Well, how do you get unstuck? You get into action. You bring more play, you bring more joy, you bring more of that lightness into your life. And that will start to move things. So if you're not ready to do some of the deeper work, the deeper internal work, what if you are ready to lean in and do a couple things? That will move you faster than anything, and it'll be a great catalyst to get you into movement for this. So, are you going to take the challenge? Are you going to, as the Yes Theory guys say on YouTube, seek discomfort in your life? You know, it's totally their thing, but it's a true thing. Like, how and where can you seek discomfort to be able to lean into your edges? Because by doing that, you grow, you learn more. You know what I'm saying? Here's the other thing. I don't have anything put together at this exact moment, but here's an invite. You know, I said that it's good for you to lean in and hold yourself accountable when that makes sense, but sometimes you're looking for someone else to hold you accountable. I want to create that space. I want to create that space and that opportunity for those of you who are looking for external accountability for something like this. I want to create a container, 30 or 60, maybe max 90-day, maybe a third. How about a 60-day, 30 to 60-day, 45-day container, something like that, where I can hold you accountable and I can help you come up with those things to help you, like bust, whatever the name is, but help you like get moving and really push you to start stepping into things that have been scaring you, things that can really help you to grow and expand. And so if this interests you, I want you to put a comment down, reach out to me DM, maybe put like I don't know, put Rut Buster in the comments. It's cool. Put Rut Buster in the comments and we'll put something together. This can be super informal. I am gonna have an investment to this because I don't think it's gonna work for free, because you're not gonna show up for yourself. If it's free, you may show up, you may not, and I'm not gonna sit here and hold a container for a bunch of people to maybe show up. I want there to be an investment so that you show up for you. And I'm gonna hold this space, and it's really gonna be like a mini coaching program to help you get moving, like an informal mini coaching program to help you get moving. And I'm thinking that we would have like a group call that would help us like identify like what is that thing or things that we can lean into this week. And then, you know, maybe like a thread or a post that's like, hey, I did it, here's my picture, you know, celebration, something like that. So post in the comments, that's something I'm looking at doing. This concludes our 30-day inspiration series. There will be more videos, so stay tuned. Make sure you follow on social media, follow on YouTube, based on where you found this video, follow wherever are the channels that help you and support you the most. And let me know what else you want to learn. What do you want to hear? I'm going to be doing more little mini series and mini videos along the way. What else? Yeah, man, just reach out. Like I want to connect with you. I want to hear your story. I want to see where I can help you. And I know you're going to freaking kill this. I know you're going to do awesome. I know you're going to do amazing in your life. And one of the things I like to say is I want to help people rock their lifestyle. So let's freaking go. Let's get into movement, man. Let's bring more joy and freedom and fulfillment in our life. Let's get your life realigned, all the good stuff. All right, it's been an amazing series with you. I'll see you soon. Holla.